Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Of course, you would have anticipated from me that I would be talking about the coronavirus and what is upon us. And that is exactly what I intend to talk about in both the sermons. The first thing that we realize is that actually it's an awakener for humanity, that how frail we are, despite us controlling nature to a great extent, being able to govern our destinies, yet we are so frail that something as simple as a virus can threaten our human existence to an extent. It's a lesson for us that we humble ourselves. And in humility is our humanness and our proper belonging. We must never become that arrogant and conceited that we have full control. But no, we are humans, we need to be humble. We need to be good to each other and caring for each other. For those of us who subscribe to a faith in God, it is an invitation that we find that God inwardly, and always acknowledge that we really do not have control and we are at His mercy at every instance. And if we do not subscribe to God, then even then we should know that we really do not have that power that we feel that we do have. The other thing that this particular event is teaching us is the truth of our humanity and our human nature. I find people cursing the Chinese and speaking ill of them. Is this the way a human being should behave? First and foremost, we don't even know factually if it has come from anything that the Chinese were doing. We don't know. These are a natural product of human life and the way human beings are behaving. But the way people are swearing at each other and cursing at each other, it reveals to us what is hidden within us. On the day of Qiyamah, Shaitan is narrated to be saying that don't blame me, I just called you, you came running to me. That corruption was already inside your soul. I was a mere test to test it out. And that corruption that was within you revealed itself through that test. Or as Rumi puts it, that when a dog and a sheep mate and they have an offspring, in order to understand which side the offspring belongs to, put before it herbs and bones. If it rushes to the herbs, it's a sheep. If it rushes to the bones, it's a dog. There are things inside here that can be revealed at such moments. From here we see that actually as human beings we are less than worthy of being called noble human beings. It is as if the Quran has already stated this, that they are not really alive. These are dead people walking and talking. At times it says, no, they are like the cattle, worse off than the cattle. They are within the forms of human, but that humanity is lacking within them. It's an awakener for us to see where we are as human beings. These biases that we have, this want of blaming the other that we have, shifting it. And then look at the way we are behaving. We want to go and buy hand sanitizers, tissues, hoarding food. At the expense of who? Others who will not eat because I'm so overly concerned about my own well-being and my own sustenance. Is this what we are all about? Within reason, yes, go and buy within reason. But why become so disorderly? Why become so panicked? But oh man, when you were in the womb of your mother, did you think about your well-being, or were you at the mercy of another. And even if you live, how long will you live anyway? 1,000, 2,000, million years? But when the physical universe ends, inevitably you will have to end as well. Think about it for a moment. Such instances are revealing to us what is within us. In Surah Al-Imran, the companions of the Prophet were very complacent when they were going to the Battle of Uhud. They thought, we are Muslims, we can never be defeated. What they didn't understand was that God had left their chests with them embracing Islam. Whereas in Mecca, they were tending towards God and Allah, very reliant upon God. Now they became arrogant and complacent that we are Muslims, the victory is ours. And they got defeated. Now when they started to blame the Prophet and blame each other, the Quranic verse was revealed that God will create such situations that will reveal to you what you are within your own selves. And that tendency you will look in the face. But was that a curse or a chastisement? No, it was an awakener. Because after that, the Muslim community inwardly reformed itself and became worthy of God. So such events are there as awakeners for us, that we realize our true status from within. So when people are gripped with panic, it shows that there is no security within. There isn't. If we truly believed what we said, that Allah gives life, takes lives, protects, makes us sick, makes us well, then there is no need for such panic. If we truly believe that Allah is a sustainer, we would not be hoarding in the way we want to hoard. In fact, we would be caring for the neighbor, for those who don't have anything. Think about this for a moment only. The coronavirus has been now declared as a pandemic, yes? So we are all afraid that we'll get it and we will all die. Alhamdulillah, at least the earth can have a new lease of life. Get rid of this virus called the human being. In any case, has anybody spared a thought for the thousands of people that are dying every day due to starvation? So now I get pangs of hunger in my stomach and I want to hoard food at the expense of my neighbor who will die hungry. But has this man ever been attentive to the plight of his family, the human family? 35,000 people die per day due to malnourishment and lack of food. Have you ever thought of that? And I'm so panicked that what will happen tomorrow, there'll be no rice, so I'll go and buy 10 kilos of rice or 20 kilos of rice. What are we thinking and how? So these events reveal within us the true nature of us ourselves. It's a moment for us to pause, to reflect, to take account of what we are and what we've become. It has a silver lining, and that is that we awaken to the truth within ourselves. The most beautiful thing this thing has displayed is that humanity has the ability to unite. Today we have forgotten the problems, the political problems of the East and the West and the Wahhabis and the Shias. We've forgotten them altogether. Why? Because we have a common enemy that is bigger than all of us. The Corona comes to the Wahhabi as it comes to the Shia. Comes to the East as it comes to the West. It doesn't spare anybody. Corona is Corona. I'm not going to say long live Corona. May die very soon. But think about it carefully. It does not discriminate in terms of gender, color, race, culture, status, East, West, or religion. It's the most godly thing ever. Delete that from your minds, yes? I'm just trying to be sarcastic. It's the most universal thing ever. So humanity has the ability to unite, become one. The shame part of it is that it needs a common enemy to make it one. There is still that animality within us that we unite in the face of a common threat. The hope is that we mature and begin to unite in the name of common good. Care for each other, love for each other, a befitting end for humanity. Surely those are the things that are supposed to unite us, not a common enemy. How beautifully the Quran says, O Prophet, say to the people of the book, come together with us to that which is common amongst us, the goodness of worshipping one God. And that one God displays the peak aspiration of humanity. He is nothing but goodness, nothing but purity and beauty. So there is a silver lining as well, that human beings, no matter how different they may be, they have this ability to come together as one family under a common thread. Inshallah, the hope is that they progress and become united in the folds of common human good as opposed to a common enemy. With this, I will end the first khutbah and ask us all to pray for our ailing world and for those who have gone before us and for those who are sick and unwell and for this coronavirus to fade away as quickly as it has come, and pray Surah Fatiha to that end. Al-Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal 'asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Amma ba'd, assalamu alaykum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In response to the panic that is there about what will happen, I find that what Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, is saying to be quite reasonable. That we need to see what is happening and we need to be moderate in our response. So obviously taking caution is a good thing. Not shaking hands, not coming too close to each other, maybe, not kissing each other on the cheeks. Of course, this is our culture. The Iranians and the Iraqis and the Pakistanis and the Khojas have adopted it from them. It's a cool thing to do, but maybe it's better to refrain from kissing each other for the next few weeks until it passes over. I didn't mean to make it into a funny comment. So no kisses today. And maybe it is good that if we have come from certain countries or been in contact with people from those countries who have maybe the coronavirus, to go into self-isolation, to wash our hands regularly. If people who are old or unwell or very young children, to keep them away from crowded places. It's good to take these precautions. However, panicking and stopping public gatherings and not congregating at all may be an extreme response for now. We need to offer responses within reason. So, for now, there's no problem in congregating, in being together, so long as we take care as much as we can. Flu comes and it goes. People with strong constitution don't feel it. With weaker constitution, they go through it. Now, Boris Johnson did say that maybe, or maybe it was gestured, that maybe we should just ride it out. Now, if it's going to come, it comes. Okay, don't be careless. Be cautious, But if it's going to come, it's going to come. Just ride it out. Just take caution as much as we can, but we cannot suspend normal life. So be moderate. However, the other extreme response that we have that no, these are places of worship. We should congregate as we do normally and go and kiss the doors and the shrines and ask a simple question. This is also unreasonable. If Imam Ali Salamullah alayhi was here right now, what do you think he would advise? He would say, look, if the dhari has germs upon it, don't go and kiss it. It's as simple as that. Isn't it? Prophet Moses used to become ill himself. We have this from the text. He used to become sick. The Prophet, blessed Prophet of Islam, used to become sick. The Imams used to become unwell. Now assume if Prophet Moses had flu. He is Kalimullah. You can't top him. He's one of those ones that stands at the peak of greatness. You just can't top people like that. Do you think Moses would have said, okay, come close to me and let me cough on you? Moses would have said to his family, acquire a distance from me for the next few days until the flu wears off. It's naive thinking from the religious community to say, no, we must congregate and, life, business as normal without taking any precaution. If a person knows that they are unwell, don't go to the mosque. Don't go to the shrines. In fact, maybe the shrines should be shut. If we can close Jummah prayers in Qom, then maybe the shrine by priority should be closed. This is Jummah prayers, wajib, right? So there are these two extremes. One is not taking caution at all, and the other one is taking caution to the next level where we suspend normal life. There is a middle ground, moderation, response within reason. And that is what we need to offer. That people who are unwell, stay at home. People who feel they might have something, isolate yourselves. But life needs to go on. We can't disrupt life. And maybe the best way forward is for those of us who are strong enough, I guess, go through it. It's going to come and it's going to go. And if it's an inevitability, let it come and let it go. Take caution so we're not hit so hard by it. But at the same time, I'll repeat this, we cannot suspend normal life. With that, I would like to end the khutbah with just a few words that as per the guidelines that we've been given, we need to keep on washing our hands. People who have traveled need to isolate themselves. People who have come in contact with people who might have coronavirus need to isolate themselves. People with underlying conditions that are severe, old people and very young children need to be kept away from overly crowded places. And that's about the precaution that we need to take. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us all safe, healthy, and bring the best of our humanity through these crises that face us and one and all.